Hi everyone! So this is going to be kind of a vlog of me trying to read as much as I possibly can before September is over. I kind of hit a lag this past week and I didn't finish a book. Actually, I did, but I want to finish more than what I've been doing. So I have some books to share that I need to read. Most of these, actually all of them are library books. So that's why I have this kind of time limit on myself. I just recently made a video called Reading Motivation. I'll link it down below if you didn't see it. And in that video I talked about how I've been loving reading and it's actually so good for you and you forget how great it is, and I gave a little bit of ideas of how you could motivate yourself to read. And I need to do those things because I need some motivation, and really I'm going to use this video as motivation for myself. So I don't know how many days it's going to span. I was thinking of doing it just over the weekend, but I'm like, but then September's almost over, so maybe I should do it for the whole September. I don't know. Depends how many clips I get. But for now, today my focus will be to read as much as I can. Number one, I really want to finish this book, What You Wish For. I have been reading it for a little while and I haven't read that much, and it's not because I don't like it. I really like it and I think I'm going to love it, but it needs just enough of my concentration that I've kind of been putting it off and reading easier things, and so I don't want to do that anymore, and today is the day I want to get a huge chunk of this done. I really like what I see so far. You follow a girl who is living with this really nice couple, and the couple's daughter doesn't like her because she feels threatened by her, and they kind of have a feud going on. But then the dad, or the older man dad, he passes away, and he was the principal of the school that this girl works at, and she's the librarian, I'm pretty sure. So it starts with kind of a bunch of family drama. There's a funeral and stuff like that, and then it goes into this girl's at work, and the husband of the real daughter gets to pick the new principal. And he ends up picking a guy that our main character knows, and that's as far as I am. She hasn't seen him yet, they haven't met or anything, but it seems like it's gonna be about this girl talking with this principal, and he's gonna be not the same. She knows him as someone, and he's not that person anymore, and so I think she's gonna have to figure out what happened to him, and they're gonna form a friendship, I would assume, and I think it's just gonna be a really good commentary about different life things. So, sounds really good to me. So yeah, I definitely want to read a ton of this today. If I'm looking for something a little bit more lighthearted, I definitely want to read My Hope Next Door. I think this was in my TBR, and I still have it, still haven't read it yet. Really sad. I have already read this. This is gonna be a reread, but I love it. It's one of my favorite books now. And this is the one that's due October 1st, so I definitely have to read it. You know, I don't have to, but I really want to before October 1st, because I also have the sequel to this book finally as an ebook on my phone. So I would like to read this and then read the sequel, and it'll be great. So this is also the other priority. So these two books are what I'm going to prioritize, but at the same time, I haven't touched a single thriller. I read Nowhere on Earth, which is YA, but it was sci-fi basically. If you read it, you'll know how it's sci-fi. And I guess it was a bit thrilling. You could say that. A thrilling sci-fi. But it's not, what I mean when I say thriller. So I still have, I don't even know is this considered a thriller too? Probably. These are the 4 thrillers that I still have from the library. I have returned all the other ones because I just was like, I'm not going to read them, and I don't want to have them looming over my head with this due date deadline. So I just returned them. These are the 4 that I still want to try to read. So we have The One by John Mars, The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell, which I did start, just haven't continued. Home Before Dark, weird cover. Never seen this cover before. This is the large print version, so maybe that's why, I don't know. But anyways, Home Before Dark by Riley Sager, and then The Dilemma by B.A. Paris. So yeah, and guess what? There's more. Because also, these books came in, so I'm like, what do I do? These are the last 2 books in the trilogy of, I think it's called Mind Games. Oh, the Kaylee Quinn Profiler trilogy. So this is book 2. It comes after Mind Games. I read Mind Games in this month. Loved it. It's a new favorite book. So I definitely want to read these because they're the sequels. So, you know. And then really quick, while we're here, I also have these 2 books from the library that I would absolutely love to read. And, you know, how do you pick? The great thing is these are all from the library. I can check them out again. So there's not a lot of pressure. I'm not feeling like overwhelmed or anything, but I do think it's kind of funny. But for real though, this is the priority today, and then maybe this one too. I don't know. Okay, if you're still here, hello. This is the beginning of the video, so great. I'm gonna like film myself reading a little bit, and I've got other things to say as well. So the next thing, I hope that all of my subscribers are watching this part because I would really like to thank whoever it is. I was so blown away. I don't even know what to do. Okay, someone sent me this book. This is They Turned the World Upside Down by Charles Martin. This is kind of the sequel companion to What If It's True, which is right here. This is in my top 2 favorite nonfiction, Christian nonfiction that I've ever read. I love the way Charles Martin writes. I love his heart for God. You can just see how much he loves Jesus when he writes, and it just inspires me. And so I love this book. And so when I heard that this book was coming out, I looked it up, I was all excited, and then I saw the price, and it's very expensive. And books are expensive now, I guess, whatever. I don't really buy books much. I don't buy full price books at all. So this book, you know, came out, I don't know, earlier this year. I talked about it, and I'm not trying to make a big deal about it, but there's a reason why I didn't get it myself. And I mentioned it in a video, and then this came in the mail from Amazon, and it had a book depository notice or slip in it. So, because normally Amazon lets you send a message to whoever you're sending a book to, but I know that book depository doesn't. So I don't know who sent this to me, and like it brought tears to my eyes when I opened it. I'm so thankful. Like, whoever you are, thank you so much for this book. I'm so blessed by this gift, and I can't wait to read it. I'm so excited. So thank you, because it completes the little duology here, and so generous. Thank you so much. It's like an early birthday present, because yeah, my birthday's in November, so it just felt so good. I'm so blessed by it. So yeah, I just needed to say that. Thank you to whoever sent it. Please let me know if you did in the comments. All right, so I'm gonna do what I said in my reading motivation video. I'm going to make a nice cup of coffee. I'm gonna curl up on my chair and read. And we'll see how long I last. Read. So let's do it. I am reading What You Wish For, and there's a line here that I want to read out because it's really deep and I like it and I want to share it. So it says, I wasn't a stranger to grieving, to the way it drowned you but didn't kill you, only kept you submerged for so long you forgot what air and sunshine even felt like. I knew that grief set its own timeline and that the only way out was through. I mean, it's sad, but it's also really deep and profound and in a way compassionate, because it's like, it's okay no matter how long it takes. Your grief is okay and it matters, and I think it's really sweet. Hi everyone, so I'm back and I have read a good chunk of this book, so I'm really excited about that and I wanted to share. So I'm basically halfway done now. So I kind of can see myself finishing this today. We'll see. It's good. It's really good. It's interesting though because it's about a school setting and like this girl is a librarian teacher, like the guy's a principal, and it's, you know, set in a school a lot. There's teachery things being talked about. It's weird for me because I am/was a teacher. I'm not teaching right now, but I definitely know what they're talking about. I can picture all of it, and it's a little bit weird for me, to be honest. So that's been an interesting feeling reading through this book. That aside, I think this is really good so far. I'm really curious what is up with this guy because he is such like a stiff like dictator now in this school, and when the girl knew him, he was this fun-loving, like really great teacher, and now he's like all about rules and no fun, and he's trying to change the school. And there has to be a reason, right? So I'm so curious what it's gonna be. She's really trying to break through his shell, and it's slowly working, I think. But yeah, I'm just so curious where this is gonna go. She definitely still has feelings for him, so it's interesting to see her dealing with those feelings and like, but still being mad at him because of how he's running the school. The funny thing is, like, I guess this is set in America, so it might be different there, but like some of the things that he's doing, like the principal's doing, would never happen in Canada because our teachers have a union for a reason, so that stuff like this doesn't happen. Like, he's making all these really weird rules and totally changing the structure of the school, and that would never be okay here, so it's weird to see it happening. Maybe it's a little bit more normal, like principals have more power in America, I don't know, but here they have power for sure, but our union also has a lot of power, and like things can't just happen without there being some kind of vote or like some kind of agreement or compromise happening. So it is kind of funny to see stuff happening here that is like slightly unrealistic from a teacher's perspective. But that aside, I'm really enjoying it. It's definitely engaging and it's a quick read, so I'm liking it so far. So that is my update, and hopefully I will check back again when I have finished it. Okay, hello, I finished What You Wish For, and I loved it. Yeah, giving it 5 stars. What do I say? Like, I already explained what it's about, right? I loved the direction it went in and everything about the characters and love and courage and living. It was so good. Near the end-ish, they swear a little bit, but it does, I get it, okay? It fits the situation, so it's not like, ugh, you know? It's clean, and I'm really impressed. I can't wait to keep reading from this author. I really, really liked this book, so yay! I figured once I like gave it a chance, I would read it super quick, and I totally did. So I actually stayed up pretty late reading it last night, so that is how I finished it. So it feels good. So for the rest of this video, I feel pretty motivated. So I think I want to keep going. So the question is, what book do I choose? Yeah, because you saw all the book options that I have. I have them all sitting in front of me. Now the thing is, I do also have How Did I Get Here by Christine Kane on my phone, and I would kind of like to get it read soon because it's from NetGalley, and so I'd like to put up a review for it. So that is the thing. So I kind of want to prioritize that one, but because it's nonfiction, like I just read nonfiction slower anyways, so I'm kind of like, doesn't matter, I don't know. And I'm kind of in the mood to try a book that I don't usually read. Kind of like this book was different for me. I mean, I read mainly Christian fiction, so this is not Christian fiction. And I've got quite a few non-Christian books in my stack as well. To be honest, these 2 books are standing out, thinking that I want to try them. Since I already started this one, I feel like I should try to read it. I'm on page 10, you know? Into chapter 2, I think. And I'm interested, but I'm also, you know, like I said, this book. But not gonna lie, I actually went to my library and I renewed it, so it's not due until later in October now, so I think I'm gonna save this for later. Like I said, I'm kind of itching to read something new. So based on my library, actually Home Before Dark is due the soonest, so I could start Home Before Dark, you know? I think it's due October 4th. What do I pick? And I can't like ask you in this video because I want to read and finish a book in this video, you know? I'm also probably going to film my October TBR right now, so that's kind of funny because I have all these books and I'm like, I don't know. I guess they'll all be on the TBR, but then there's some books that I own that I want to read, and then there's some more books from the library that I want to read. Yeah. It's so funny, like I'm in one of those phases where I want to read everything and I just don't actually have the physical capacity to read everything all at once. So I'm getting like way ahead of myself, but it's pretty fun, so yeah, I feel good. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna film my October TBR, and then I will be back and I'll have decided what book I want to read. Okay? So, see you in a I'm back. So these are all the books that I shared in my TBR video, and through that video, I ended up choosing The Family Upstairs. I'm gonna try to read this today, and we'll see how far I get. Honestly, let's just do it, you know? So I will come back when I've read some of this. Full disclosure, when I started this, I actually vlogged it, and I think I still have those clips. So I might stick them in after this, and then read more, and then update again. So you'll see me. But if I decide they're not useful, then I'll just skip to me now and whatever. Okay? Okay. Hi everyone. So I want to film myself reading some thrillers. So this is the first thriller that I want to start with. It's called The Family Upstairs by Jewell. I don't know that much about it. I think it's about, honestly, you know what? I'm gonna read the first little bit and then I'll come back and let you know like the vibes I'm getting. Okay, so I read the prologue and chapter 1, and so the prologue is a little bit mysterious, so I won't say much about that, but so chapter 1 starts with this girl gets a letter from a lawyer saying what her parents willed her, because this girl's adopted, and so her birth parents both passed away and they had a will for her. So the will willed her her parents' house, her birth parents' house, and apparently it's very expensive and nice, and so she's rich. Everything has been willed to her. So she was on the phone with her adoptive mom, I guess, and they realized that she's really poor right now, so she was just like thinking of all the things that she's been like pinching pennies about, and now she owns a house. So I always find thrillers like this kind of slow, so sometimes it's hard to like stay interested unless there's like something about it that makes you interested. So we'll see. I'm gonna give this a couple more chapters. And okay, so I read a little bit more of The Family Upstairs and I don't think I'm gonna read it. There's other things I'd rather read, you know? There's actually like 3 different storylines we're following, and that's too much for me. I barely like 2, you know? So yeah, I'm gonna return this. I'm not gonna read it. I think other people might like it. It's just I'm not really a thriller reader anyways, and they never interested me in the past, but I'm like interested enough because I've read some that I really like that make me want to try to find more that I like. So that's why I'm like reading thrillers, even though they're not really a genre that I usually read from. But anyways, so that's my update for that. So now I need to pick a new book to read. And you can see, oh yeah, you can see all the books. I've been like making stacks and stuff, trying to make plans for videos and like what to read as well. So I might end the video here actually and start up again for a new vlog, because I think I want to put this video up tomorrow. So I need to finish it and edit it and get it all ready. So that'll be it for this video, but I will just pick up where I left off and start a new vlog. And yeah, I want to get back into vlogging more often, like more things that I'm doing and like kind of a day-to-day thing. So I'm gonna try to do that. I'm glad that I vlogged my experience with What You Wish For, because that was amazing. And then now you know I'm DNFing The Family Upstairs, which I talked about in my October TBR that I was thinking I might DNF it, and then I read a little bit more, and I do want to DNF it. So that is the verdict for that. Yeah, so in my next vlog, I will share what I'm reading next. So thank you for watching this vlog, you guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.